Well, here we are again. Another review show for you of the Jeff Lung Show, aptly named, I must say, because that's my name, of course. And here we are, another 10 shows in the books, episodes 11 through 20 to review here, and just kind of give you a quick synopsis of each episode in case you're just finding this after a while and you want to get your interest piqued. Plus, this is a chance for me to just unload my thoughts after doing another 10 episodes and kind of see what the state of the game is, right? So again, this is a fun project of mine. I'm really enjoying it, and I thank you for watching. I wouldn't be able to do this without you, and I especially think that it's important to shine the light on what artists are doing around here. And so thank you. Thank you for checking it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the whole process. Please tell your friends, like and subscribe, share with your friends, all of the things, because it really does help me get the word out. And I want to keep doing this. I want this to grow. I want people to know more and more about artists, at least around Houston right now, while I can. And so let's do it. Let's get it done. Episode 11, back at the Artist Gallery. And this time I was speaking with Jeanette Mayo, the French-Canadian digital artist who is not only a cool creator, but I mean, just a great conversationalist. We had a really good talk. It was fun to go inside her brain and see how it works, find out all about the progressions of her work, and how I think the coolest thing for me was finding out that she really doesn't plan much at all. It just kind of evolves, and I think that's super neat, and it really shows in her work. Definitely check out her work if you haven't. Watch the conversation. I think you're gonna enjoy it. Episode 12, Abigail Gomez, also an Artist Gallery OG, someone who's been around for a long time. Her stuff is super cool, vibrant, lots of color, lots of fun, lots of explosive emotion. And I think the biggest thing I took away from that conversation was that even though much of her work revolves around joy and this exuberance, that much of the creation process came from a place of pain. Quite the juxtaposition for me. I wasn't ready to hear that, and so that was pretty cool. And it also just shows you that there's more going on than what you see on the surface. Kudos to you, Abigail. Episode 13. Now this was a fun one. Boy, did we have a lot of laughs. Jose Canales and Tiffany Nesbitt, another married couple, the second couple I've had on the show, and we had a lot of fun. I think the dynamic is a little different when you got 3 people in the room. They're just super fun. Like, if you haven't hung out with Jose and Tiffany, you definitely need to do that. Find them at the First Saturday Art Market, Art in the Woods Market in the Woodlands. They're just super fun people to be around. Their work shows that, like, they're having a good time. My biggest takeaway from that conversation was that their fun, loose demeanor kind of came out of necessity, out of being in art school where high art and hoity-toityness was definitely a thing. I really enjoyed spending time with them and getting to know them better. Very cool conversation. Of course, lots of talk about screen printed toilets, turtles, swamp monsters, critters, and looking at the stars at night. So all kinds of stuff, something for everybody in that one. Episode 14 was with Cindy Bordeaux, and Cindy was the first guest I've had who's not from the Houston area. She actually came in from Austin. We had a great conversation. Her work is at the Artist Gallery in the Woodlands, so I've been seeing it for a while, and I've always been intrigued by it. So having a conversation with her was great. Really cool opportunity to sit down and find out how her art is a meditation practice, really, and how she does it every day. Where she's coming from in terms of a creative standpoint is trying to create a sense of peace and calm for the viewer, and she definitely nails it. Really fun conversation. I think you'll enjoy it. Episode 15 was with Josh Spires, and I've been watching Josh's art for a long time. He's a fine art photographer who kind of stumbled into the fine art world, really as a way to stamp his name on a technique that he came up with. This conversation was just full of intrigue for me. I think that Josh and I are on the same plane in terms of creativity. I just love his use of pattern, line, repetition, circular motions. I love his use of light. He's quite the master of light, and so it was really fun, and I can't wait to talk to him again because there's definitely more to go into. Episode 16 was with Teresa Staley. Teresa is a longtime Houston favorite. Her art has been featured all over the city, all over the country, really, Texas and beyond. I was directing a show at the Conroe Art League in the Madeley Fine Art Gallery, the Cal International Show, and I selected Teresa as our juror because she has the academic background, but also she has the reputation of being a well-known Houston area artist who's been quite successful with her work. so invited her in. She was the juror for the 2026 Cal International Show. After she juried the show, then we went and had a conversation on camera, and it was really cool to kind of peel back the layers on what it takes to be a juror, what they're looking for, the types of art they're interested in, all those things. We had a really good conversation about her artwork, of course. Probably most poignant was her talk of overcoming adversity, because Teresa had some tragedy happen to her. Her whole house burned down and she lost her cat. She lost everything she had to start over new. That was a really good example of how determination and faith and community can really just lift you up, get you over the hump. I thank Teresa for coming in and sharing all that and being raw with us. I think it was a really, really great conversation. Episode 17, finally got my boy Mitch Cohen in. Mitch is a Houston staple of the art scene. Everybody knows Mitch, especially if you're on the festival and market scene. He is the founder of the First Saturday Arts Market in Houston in the Heights. We had a great conversation talking about the origins of the First Saturday Arts Market, its 22-year history, talked all about what he's seen, ups and downs, everything in between. Also found out he learned how to paint on billboards, which was pretty mind-blowing for me. Mitch is a super cool dude. He is the most shouted out person on the Jeff Lung Show, so we got to chuckle about that. But I think you'll really enjoy hearing about Mitch's journey in the art world. And if you're in the art world, you know him and you know that this man works hard for you, for artists. So I think you'll really enjoy that conversation. Episode 18, speaking of the First Saturday Art Market, I met her there, Summer Leidick. And Summer is another color specialist, someone who just explodes with energy and positivity. It was really cool to talk to her and get to know her a little better. I've always kind of seen her in this like mentor teacher role for other artists because she's been on the scene for a minute. It was fun to find out how she got to where she is today. She was very raw and open with us, telling us her story. I had a good time visiting her home, all the greenery and the beautiful light. It was fun, super fun. She's a fun person. Episode 19 was with Deborah Riley, and Deborah Riley, I'd been looking forward to having a conversation with Deborah for a long time. She's one of the first people I met at the Madeley Fine Art Gallery. Deborah Riley is the longtime manager of the Madeley Fine Art Gallery in Conroe, Texas. She's been a member of the Conroe Art League for a very long time. She's just a staple of the Conroe Art League and the whole Conroe art vibe. It was fun to sit down and talk to her about all the behind the scenes stuff, of course, but more importantly, her artwork. A lot of times we think of Deborah, especially if you're an artist in the North Houston area, think of her as the gallery manager. And of course she's an artist, but a lot of times we're so preoccupied with our own stuff that we forget to admire her work, and her work is brilliant. She's a great realist painter. Her dedication to the craft is really impressive. I was super impressed that she's only been painting for a short amount of time, and she's really good. Man, I mean, so some people got it, some people don't. Deborah's definitely got it. Episode 20 was with Hannah Blade, and Hannah Blade is someone I've been admiring her work from afar for a while now. You'll see her often at the First Saturday Art Market, Art in the Woods and the Woodlands, and all the other shows that pop up around the Houston area. She has this great ability to paint super ordinary objects in beautiful, nostalgic ways. She has a knack for reminding us of memories and getting us to stop and just appreciate the beauty of everyday things. I've sat and stared at paintings of a Whataburger cup, sprinkled donuts, Hershey Kiss peanut butter cookies, you name it. I mean, just the most mundane subjects look so beautiful when they come through her paintbrush. So I've always been an admirer of her economy of brushstrokes. She just always seems to have the perfect amount. And so she peels back the layers a little bit on that too, shares a little bit of her story. And if you don't know Hannah, you'll also be really impressed to know that she is a social media whiz. She's really good at the social media stuff. We talk about that and she shares some of her secrets with us. Definitely don't want to miss that. In fact, you don't want to miss any of these conversations. Please make sure you like and subscribe, share with your friends, sign up for the notifications, click that bell so you get notifications when new episodes come out. I'm continuing the schedule of publishing something new every Thursday. That's the goal, to keep keep churning them out. It is a lot of work. I spend about 15 hours on each episode, but it's work that's really fun, so it doesn't seem like work. And I want to keep doing this. I want to keep shining the light on artists, getting their stories out, sharing the love with other people. I just feel moved to help others. So I want you to help me help them. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, tell everybody about this. Thank you all. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. There's going to be more. See you then. Peace.